Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're as up and as enthused as I am. Welcome, 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 welcome. It is World Track and Field Championship Tokyo 2025. We are, what time is it? 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 Jamaica time, 12:30 UK time, and about 4:30 California time, West Coast time. Thanks for being here. They're running the 800 meters heats. They're in heat 5. Thanks for being here. I hear myself talk. That's a good thing. They're in heat 5 of 7. Put that up on the board. And it's been an exciting morning. I've been watching some of the events before I came on, especially the women's 5,000 meter with Kip Yegan, who looked like she's going to win another. She's just so cool. That was an exciting race. The Japanese runner went on in front by a mile and then got pulled in. But as I said, it's heat 5 of the women's 800 meters qualifying. And the list is on the board. And I love 800 meters race because unlike the 100, you have a time to catch your breath and to see strategy in the race. And it's 2 laps, so truly enjoy the race. Right, the one that's ongoing. Nakai is leading from Uganda, but she's been pressured by Riki of the US. I think Riki's she looks very, very comfortable. These races are really exciting. Even the heats, people, the heats are exciting. Forget about semis and finals. So really, really good being here, enjoying these races, enjoying these events, even though it's early in the morning. Riki is falling back quite a bit. And here comes Odira of Kenya and Gaspar of Cuba coming through. Third is Miseli. So those the first 3 automatically qualifies. Tough race. Ugandan went out really hard. Nakai, but couldn't hold on. And I'm excited today because for a number of reasons. I think if you think about the events on the calendars, number of exciting races on the calendar. And one should definitely be excited about today. We have coming up at 8:02 a.m. So that's not half an hour from now, 29 minutes. The men's 200 meter semis. All 3 Jamaicans are in those events, along with the 3 Americans. Jamaicans are Christopher Taylor, Adrian Kerr, and the new sensation, Brian Lavelle. And that should be a very, very exciting. Obviously, Noah Lyles and Ben Norca there. That should be a very exciting event. Lavelle ran 1984 in his heats, jogging the last 60, 70 meters and looking around the last 70, 80 meters. So that should be interesting. And we have the women's 200 with Melissa Jefferson-Wooden looking to go double after winning the 100 very easily. No Julian Alfred, she pulled out. I think she had a problem, or a problem that may have been what restricted her in the 100. But Shericka Williams is there. Sorry, Shericka Jackson. Why am I thinking Williams? Why is Williams in my mouth? Shericka Jackson is there, so that should be interesting. Actually, very interesting. But Jackson is there, and we'll see how that works in terms of can she recover some of that form that she had previously. That would allow her to compete, at a minimum, compete in this race. At a minimum compete. Because Jefferson looks unbeatable. And the question is she truly unbeatable? I mean, Shericka, she seems to have lost some of that 400 meter stamina, to be honest. But hopefully it doesn't elude her. She comes back now. And if you come in, people, as the usual query that I ask you to do, which sometimes you're reluctant. Bless up, Oda. Good morning. is to hit the like button, to share, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I appreciate it. But it's an exciting morning. And then we have the men's 800 meters semifinal, which should be really good. That's really, really good. We have two Jamaicans in this. Tyrese Taylor, he'll be out there in Wonderland 9 in that race. And then we have Nabaski Anderson, who's going to be lane 2 in the third heat. So Taylor's in the first heat. Anderson is in E3. And then we have the men's 400 meters. And that final, that should be an interesting one. We see Rashid McDonald, who's labeled as Big Boy from Jamaica. I'm not sure where that name comes from, but he promises to run on the 44. And we have 3 Botswanan in that race. 1 American, which is Jacora Patterson, which is strange actually, because if you know the history of this event, American Army dominates women and men 400 meters. So that should be an interesting one race. But Big Boy says he's going to be there. He came second in his heat, made the final. He's ran 44.04 this season, but you got to be on top under 44 to win this race. Because Botswana look like they're ready. 3 Botswana, Epi, Kevin Ashipi, and Dory, 3 dangerous runners. And then we have the final event of the evening, or the morning, I should say, night in Tokyo. 1 Jamaican in there, Nikita Price. I don't think she'll run. Nikisha Price, sorry, I don't think she'll run as well as she can run. But the unicorn is there, and Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. But she'll have some competition. Let's see if Naser and Paulino can run her down, because Naser and Paulino have been the dominant runners. Naser was suspended for a while, but they've been the dominant runners. The women's 200 meters is at 8:24 a.m. Roman. They've been the dominant runners in the 400. And she, McLaughlin truly destroyed Sanya Ross, 400 meters US record. What was it, 48.7, and she ran 48.29. The next in line, probably that 47.6 that Marita Koch ran in 1985, when we know the sports was a little bit tainted, but nobody has come close, really close since then. So that should be interesting. We're in heat 6, sorry, of the women's 800. So it should be a really, really interesting morning. Looking forward to the morning. It should be really, really good, really exciting. I think for a lot of Jamaicans, the women's 200 and the men's 200, the men's 200, the men's 400, probably the more exciting one, because if you want to see what a Big Boy come and wear his Big Boy shirt in a race where there's no clear favorite, can he cause an upset and get a medal? So it should be good. And then in the men's race, the heats are spread out for the 200. So we don't see. I think we have Tebogo and Lavelle in the same heat, but the heats are pretty spread out. So the favorites, I would think, should go through. 2 and 2 fastest time. But on track now, the women's 800 meters. This is heat 6 of 7. Hunter in front from Hollingsworth, Hoffman. And in terms of watching the event, in the UK it's on BBC, in the USA, all the events are carried by Peacock. But also you can watch it on USA Network, which is a little bit quicker than Peacock. So Hunter Bell is in front, Chris Obeneze to go through automatically, along with Gully Dyke and Claudia Hollingsworth. Top 3 qualifiers go through in these heats, along with the 3 fastest times. So you want to be in the top 3 and not to worry about time. We have 1 more heat left in the 800. 1 more heat in the 800. And then at 8:02, will commence the men's 200, which should be pretty exciting. There's also a women's triple jump coming up at 7:55 a.m. And in that triple jump, And that's the final, by the way. We have one Jamaican in that, Shericka Ricketts. Ricketts is in the final of the women's triple jump. And also, Anavia Smith is also there. So of the 12 jumpers for the final, there are 2 Jamaicans there. So medal is possible, especially from Ricketts. It is possible. She's jumped 1464 this year. There's probably about 3 people or 2 or 3 who have jumped longer than her this year, which is Hernandez from Cuba and Pavia from Cuba. Both Cubans, actually. I think I'm missing one person. I think both Cubans, and then we have Jasmine Moore USA also has jumped just a little bit further than her, but Ricketts should be in medal contention. So it should be a very exciting on the track. If you're a Jamaican, you probably love it. If you're Trinidadian, you have some hope. You have a competitor in Javelin Richards, who have really done well. He also runs the 2, and he's in the 400 final, and you're also in the, I think you're in the Javelin also. So bless up to all the trainers out there. But this morning is a very exciting morning, very exciting morning. Bless up IT Push Samidaya. And if you're not Jamaican, because I know some of you are from different countries on this. Midaya means he's present. He's present, he's here, and he's ready to enjoy the activities today with us. Well, it should be a fun event. See, if you need us, you're probably getting ready to go to work. Well, you can take your mobile device with you. And it's kind of hard to watch the events and to listen to me at the same time. If you're in Jamaica, you're probably just getting up, 6:42. If you're on the West Coast, I'm not sure why you're not sleeping, because it's real early. It's real early. It's not even 5 o'clock yet. If you're in the UK, you're in the afternoon, so you're good. And if you're in Japan, you should be at the event having fun. And see in the night, so or in the evening. But it'll be a good day. It'll be a good morning. Good morning. We have another almost hour and 40 minutes of events remaining. And again, it's there about 4 or 5 main events, 5 main events on the track. The men's 200 meters, the women's 200 meters, the men's 800 meters. Those are all semifinals. And then the men's 400 meters and the women's 400 meters final. I think you have Jamaicans in every single one of those races. You have in the women's 400 meters in Price, you have men's 400 in McDonald Big Boy, the 800, you do have 2 in the 200, we have 3, and in the women's 200, we do have 2 in Jackson and Moore, actually. Moore is in E2, Jackson in P1. So a lot of competitors, they're doing their thing. And in the 800 meters heat 7, as you can see, we have the ever-present, never goes away Natalia Gu. Maybe one day she'll break through. Running out of time though. She's always up there, always running miles in diamond leagues. Can't get breakthrough to get in the middle of the podium. The Javelin final is really interesting one, I think. Should probably go to that one at some point. So this seems to be a very silent crowd. I don't get a lot of comments. Normally when I do my normal football live, there are tons of comments. Don't get as much comments from this crowd, I tell you, for track and field. Much less so. But I know it's early in the morning, so people may want to type. You may not want to type. But if you have a comment, even if you want to call in, as long as before the race, the number, I should put the number on the screen for you to call it, shouldn't I? If I think how to drop it. Banner. The numbers on the screen if you want to call in and give up save, please. I don't know if any online link. If you know any online link, drop in the comment. IT pushes action. I don't know if any online link. I just drop all the links on my channels and my website. So if you want to go to the website and sign up, or if you haven't subscribed, the links are there. Click on it and subscribe. And I know it's early in the morning, so I appreciate you coming out and sharing these events with me. It looks like, did Walker win the Javelin? 88.16. It looks like it is number one. Yep, it looked like Walker, 88.16, won the Javelin, Peter second, and Thompson from the US third. The Trinidad has a gold medal. They didn't do that well in the last Olympics. Awesome. Awesome for the Trinis. Awesome for the Trinis. Awesome, awesome, awesome. See that Walker did win. Gold medal is worth money to people. Nowadays, when you win gold medal, what's it about? $70,000, I think it is. Maybe I'm mistaken. Check the number. But when you win gold medal nowadays, gold, silver, bronze, you get paid. It's not like before where you get a little bit of money and probably a handshake and congrats. But that's before taxes, by the way. Depends on what country. If you're in the US, depends on your compensation level, but if you're in New York, you probably pay a minimum 30, probably almost 40% on that. Depends on how much money you make. If you make a certain amount, you may end up paying up to 50% of that number. But I don't think these athletes make a ton of money unless they have sponsorship. And those are more well-known athletes, not even the field events. So we are in heat 7 of 7. The top 3 finishers plus 3 fastest go to the next round. And unfortunately for Natalia Gould-Topping, she's in lane 2, which is awful. But it's the 800s, you have a chance to recover. And be in the mix. Somebody called me. What happened? Somebody called me, but it didn't come through. Oh, give me a chance. Let me set this up. Maybe I don't have it linked up to my. It's supposed to be linked up. It's linked up. I don't know why it didn't come through. Try again. Who just called me? Try again. I'm not sure why it didn't link up. This makes no sense. Somebody from North Carolina. It's supposed to link through. I have it linked up. I'm not sure why it didn't. I hope it's not my service provider. Oh, one runner is down already. Gould is out in front. This is the 800 meters heat. 7 of 7. Top 3 finishers plus 3 fastest qualifiers. So Gould is in front. It's very stacked field. Gould is in front, leading well. Yeah, going around in the back stretch. She's trying to stretch it out, but they're all there. They're not going anywhere. I think Gould's trying to figure out how to run her race. Should she lead? Should she stay in the middle? Should she go there? I don't think she's got figured it out. It's a 6-person field. 1 person already pulled up, so she only got 3 more people to worry about. Get to the next semis. She's doing well so far. She looks easy. There's a lot of bumping and shoving going on. It's Gould from Goldberg. It's Gould from Noel and Goldberg and Trapio. It's going to be a 5-person finish. It's going to be she looks good. She looks really, really good. She should head up. She should head up in front. She ran really, really well. Gould going to be in front from the Botswana, Noe, and Trapio from Canada third. Really good run by Gould. Yeah, so she's qualified for the semis. Really good run by her. Very comfortable too. Not only did she run well, she ran very, very comfortable. She looked very, very smooth. And let's hope that form's carried over to the semis, and she can get to the final. 800 meters for women is tough. Very, very tough. But that was the 800 meters for women. So we move on from that. So we have all the qualifiers. I put up all the qualifiers. These are all the qualifiers for the women. You can see the Q is the qualifiers. There's a lot of them. Obviously, 7 races. So there's 24 qualifiers for the semis. Tracy ran out. Adela Tracy. She was there, and also Kellyanne Beckford. They didn't make it. But Gould made it. She ran really well. But that's the listing of the qualifiers for the semifinal. A lot of them. I would say Keely's probably, is it Keely here at 159.79? Down here in number 19, I think she's probably favorite. She's come back from being out for a while, and she's running really, really well. But that was the 800 meters. Now we'll move on. What time is it? It's 7:51, so a little bit of time before we go to the men's 200 at 8:02 a.m. And the women's triple jump, it's also started. Or it's about to start, I should say. And Jamaica has 2 competitors in that event. Ricketts and Akeelia Smith. But we're not going to move on to on the track in the next 10 minutes, the men's 200 meters. And as you can see on the screen there, we have Christopher Taylor's in each one, and we'll go through that as they get closer to the race. But should be an exciting morning between the 200 semis for men and women, the 400 meters final for men and women. Should be very, very exciting. I'm sure a lot of people are waiting to see what Sidney McLaughlin does in the 400 versus Paulino and Naser. Men's 400 is wide open with the Botswana, 1 Jamaican, 1 US. That should be really interesting. And then the 200 meters for men and women should also be very, very good. So really good morning, exciting morning. Glad you could be here. As you come in, I know some of you have an aversion to the like button or may not know where it is. If you get out of full screen mode, it's in the bottom left corner under my logo. Please go there and hit the like button. If you have not subscribed previously, please do so. I'd appreciate it. And if you haven't shared the channel, tell other people about the channel. Or the channels, I should say, because I'm running this on both my Balanced View channel and my Cranky Life channel. At some point, I'm going to bifurcate the two instead of going both and just do sports on Cranky Life and do everything else on Balanced View. Those of you who have been around with me since the last year, since I've been running these channels, I do talk about a lot of different subjects. And Balanced View will be one which is non-sports. So it may be criminal justice, it may be investing, it may be anything, it may be politics. I know some people are very concerned about ideology and talking about those things, but be part of the conversation. It could be things like immigration. And I'm supposed to have an immigration attorney on, but she told me she was too busy because ICE is hot. So it's interesting. Good morning, Dave. Bless up, Dave. Thanks for being here. And Dave, have you subscribed? Dave, if you haven't, Dave, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. But thanks for being here, Dave. So Dave, you must be going to work soon, Dave. It's 7:54. But hopefully you can take me with you. If you have a mobile device that you're listening or watching on. And the other day I had people don't like this, I had a conversation with a pastor on the subject of religion. It was a really interesting conversation. All right, Dave. Thanks for being here. So it's interesting conversation about a lot of different subjects. And I plan to talk about a lot of them since I have some more time on my hands. I've decided, some of you know, I've taken uh, I've taken a permanent time off from my historical job. I now have a new job, which actually takes more time than my historical job I used to do. So, Marlon Brown to Jamaica winning 2 minutes today. What events, Marlon Brown? To Jamaica winning 2 events. What events are they going to win in? It's very interesting you say that because, but we do have the women's triple jump. So that may be one you're talking about with the Ricketts. Now, you're talking about Big Boy in the 400 also? That'd be an interesting one. I know Big Boy is an enigma. So you can't figure out. Today's great, tomorrow he's bad. So, yeah. Odell, I totally agree with you, Odell. Tell your boss, say, what? Not today, my youth. Not this week, not this week. Not this week because I have important track and field, which is a national thing for Jamaicans. So you have to see me next week. Just take out the whole week. 400 and triple jump. So you think Big Boy's gonna win? Big Boy's gonna place in the 400? To be Botswana are good, the South African is good, and the US. That's tough. He has about 5 people he has to overcome. The triple jump gonna be challenging, but Ricky's have a chance. Okay. I think it's tough for Big Boy to place to make it out. I'm not saying it's impossible, frankly, but Big Boy is an enigma, right? Big Boy may come last, as he may even come first. Big Boy is a different animal. He could come last, he could come first. It all depends on the day. I think he has a love-hate relationship with Jamaica. Because he sometimes flatters to deceive and sometimes he overachieves. I think Ricky's going to jump now. Ricky's getting up there. She's 33 now. She's done really well in this sport, actually. Bronze for Big Boy. Okay. I'm glad you have so much confidence in him. He says running on the 40. If he goes on the 44, he has a chance. You got to run 43. You got to run 43 plus to get there. You have to run 43. I know 43 what, but it's going to be tough. If you run 44, you're not mad. I don't see it. And it was his best time this year, 44.04, I think, something like that. So it's going to be tough. Where we are awaiting the start of the men's 200 meters semifinal heat 1. This is coming up in 4 minutes. On the field now is the women's triple jump. Ricky's just jumped a while ago. Yeah, I mean, if I was to think about all the kids that I've seen at champs run and where they are and where they were, he's probably, even though he's done okay, you would have think he would have matriculated to the seniors and done much better. He was phenomenal as a junior, probably even as when he ran class 2, class 3, class 2, class 1, that Talbar team was stacked, and not one of them actually has gone to be a world breeder. If he run 43, he probably will medal, but 43 cannot tell. He says he's gonna run 43 something. Now the question is 43 what? I think they're gonna be 3 people on the 44, maybe more. I think that 400 is packed. The Botswana are, and can you imagine the Botswana 4x4 people when you have Tebogo to it? Have all these runners. They made 3 in the final plus Tebogo. They should just, and the US is not there anymore. They should just give them the medal. But it's not 100 meters. We're gonna have back and change, kind of derail you. So they may have a gold medal if they don't mess it up in the 4x4, given the quality of runners they have. And I'm sure Tebogo, who far started in the 100 meters final, is also probably going to join. If you just join the program, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. people. I have 225 people in the chat. I have 69 likes. That's not even 30%. Come on, people, do better than that. You guys know that. I appreciate you, and you're welcome to chat. As you come in, people, there's a request for you to hit the like button. Just hit the like button. It's not going to hurt you. All right? But thanks for being here. It's early in the morning. I know you don't want some person preaching about hitting some like button, but you just want to come listen and watch. But, it's important for the host to have those likes because they help with the channel, help with what they call the algorithm, which is, I don't even know what it does, but supposedly it helps generate more traffic to the channel. Want to make it 200? But Adrian Kerr said he wants to run under 20, but under 20 is not it. But they're showing Tebogo just having a lot of fun. He's always partying. He was having fun yesterday in his heat. And they're showing you on one of the channels here, and he's just dancing away, stretching out, very confident. Very confident. He's gonna have a tough final though. Between Bednarik, we're now here for the 200 meters, getting ready to start. It's 8:01. Should start at 8:02. They're announcing the starters. So we have William Rees from Switzerland, lane 1. Aaron Brown Kendall, lane 2. Wayne van der Kerk from South Africa, who was at one point almost unbeatable, run ridiculous time. He's here. In lane 4, Uzawa from Japan, lane 5. Charamba, Zimbabwe, who should be expected to qualify in lane 6. Bednarek from the US in lane 7. He should also go through. Ogandu from Dominican Republic in lane 8. And Taylor in lane 9. There's only 2 men in this field, 3 men of the 8 who have not run under 20. And that's William Rees from Switzerland, Toa Ozawa, he's run 20.1 from Japan, and Taylor 20.26 from Jamaica. That's their best times. So none of them run under 20, but all the other runners, Brown, Van der Kerk, Charamba, Bednarek, and Ogandu have all ran under 20 seconds. Yeah, I think it may be going to be the word true going to. He's not going to. I think I'll go through. I don't think Taylor's going to go through, but we'll see. And he ran well in his heat, actually, and he was leading off the curve in his heat against Noah. And he had a 400-meter speed, so I'm always struggling with that concept, actually. But their marks. And they're off. Taylor started out well, but he's been tracked really well by Ogandu. They're off the turn. It's a pretty even turn. Bednarek is pretty easy. He's gone. Taylor is down the track. It's Bednarek. It's the Dominican, Ogandu, and Charamba. I think that's the top 3. Yep. It's Bednarek, Ogandu, and Charamba. Only the top 2 goes through in the 2 fastest times, and there are 3 heats. Taylor, this side keeps crashing people. You see a black and white screen because the site keeps crashing. Guess there's too much traffic to the site. Let me refresh this page. So Taylor came 5th, 20.21, a personal best. Taylor has run well. I mean, if you're running personal best, people, at the biggest meet in the year, and one of the 2 biggest meet ever in track and field, then you have done well. So he ran well, and just don't have the speed that these individuals have. Charamba came from way from behind. So Bednarek won easy in 19.88. He put out a little more energy than he did in the first round. He was running a little more harder than Lever was, but 19.88 is a very, very good time. Not overly stressing himself. He just kept his form and his technique. High knee lifts, shoulder straight, one elucidity from Ogandu. So he's going to be one of the competitors for a medal, but it's going to be tough for him to medal given the competition. So now we go to heat 2. Let me pull that up. And, this is what Jamaicans are excited about, the new phenom. So in heat 2, we're going to have Jerome Blake from Canada in lane 2. Ryan Zizi from France, lane 3. Good from, we're pronouncing that right, from Australia, the young teenager who's got a lot of fame based on his times. He ran this in the heat against Letsile. He came third, but he qualified based on time. Ran well. Nominated himself. His best time is 20.02, which is also his season best and his personal best. So let's see if he can go under 20. Javelin from Netherlands is in lane 5. Tebogo is in lane 6. Courtney Lindsay, USA, lane 7. Brian Lavelle, Jamaica, lane 8. And Timothy Momentaler from Switzerland in lane 9. So, well, I think Lavelle's challenge in this heat is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runners who are under 20 seconds personal best. And in season's best, he has the best time of all of them. I mean, Tebogo's run 1976 this season. Courtney's run 1982. Blake has run 1995. But if you don't run under 1980, I don't think you're going to be thinking about medal. You got to run 1980 or below. 19.8 has to be the number. You saw in previous heat, if we go back to the previous heat, the times, Bednarek run 1988, Agandu run 1998. Now, both Charamba and Van der Kerk are waiting to see if they're going to be part of the 2 fastest times, but I don't think they will be actually. I think it's going to be a fast heat. But Lavelle doesn't know how to run slow, I don't think. Even though you see him trying to balance out his race the last time, he runs the first 100 really hard. That's a great question, Aim Henry. You always have good question, Aim Henry. It came across my mind when I looked at it. I don't know how you win your heat that easily and you end up in lane 8. That doesn't make any sense to me either. And you ran 1984. So you had the best time. That is weird, actually. You had the best time in the first round. Much better time than Tebogo did. Unless they're doing it based on ranking. It can't be based on time. That makes no sense to me. But it doesn't really matter for level. Put him in lane 1 or 9, he's still going to be in the top 2. We have about 260 plus people on the channel. We only have 82 likes. Now, I assume then if you're not hitting the like button, you don't like what I'm saying. I don't like my commentary. Otherwise, if you like it, you would just touch the button and I would definitely appreciate it. But anyway, thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. Tebogo, I don't think it's Tebogo against Lavelle. I think it's just them just running to qualify. I don't think they're trying to beat each other in this race. I think they're just going to qualify. They have some competition in Courtney Lindsay. He's run 1971. His season best is 1982. That's not to play with. 1982 is good time. Really good time. So I think the fastest qualifier going to come from this heat. So it's a top 2. There's 3 heats in the semis. Top 2 goes through along with the 2 fastest times. So in this race, we have Jerome Blake again from Canada, Ryan Zizi from France, Good from Australia, Javi Mahajuk from Netherlands, Letsile Tebogo from Botswana, and he's by the way, he's a reigning Olympic champion, and he's run 1946. Courtney Lindsay from the USA was ran 1971 personal best, 1982 this season. Brian Lavelle, Jamaica, 1969 personal best, 1969 this season, 1984 in the first round, running easily. And Timothy Momentaler from Switzerland, 20.27 is his best time. So the times to beat for these runners who want to qualify based on time is 20.03 and 20.12. Charamba and Van der Kerk. Let's see how it goes. They're on their marks. Set in their blocks. All right, just try to get me up to 100 likes. I'm at 89. And then when you get me to 100, I'll try to push to get to 100. But anyway, thank you. Thanks for being here. On their marks. And they're off. The Val looks really, really good. He's already make up the stagger on the run on the outside. Lavelle comes off the straight ahead of Tebogo by a while. Tebogo is coming back. It's Lavelle and Tebogo. Letsile Tebogo. Letsile is real easy, people. Tebogo is not stretching himself. Letsile has won in 1978, and he wasn't killing himself. Wow. I think he destroys people on the turn. 1995 with Tebogo. Tebogo settled down. He could have gone faster, I think. 1978. Wow. Wow. He's in the middle. I think Lyles will have some competition between Bednarek, Tebogo, Letsile. It's going to be battle to see who makes the podium. Goat made 20.36. He not going to make the finals. Nobody from this heat is going to. 20.3 was heat one again. Heat one was 20.03 and 20.12. So the heat one, two persons are still the qualifiers. I think Letsile and Tebogo just took the life out of the rest of the runners. Letsile was easy. He's not even straining. He just runs straight up. He just kept his form, his technique. He's in 1978. Tebogo looks good, though. He looks good, but he wasn't playing around like he was in the heats. I think it's a better stretch to see. Letsile was running hard, actually. If you look at it face on, even though he sort of slowed down at the end, the glance out of his left eye. But 1978, that's a really good time in the semis and won easily. So Jamaica already has won in the final of the men's 200. It's going to be a tough race. If you go back to the first heat, Bednarek ran 1988, very relaxed, by the way. Runnings, I would say 75%, not 100%. But Letzile's time is 0.01 faster than his. I should say 0.1. So we have two qualifiers on the first heat, Bednarek and Agandu. Second heat, we have Letsile and Tebogo. Letsile, great reaction time. I mean, Goat and Jerome Blake had the best reaction time. But his was better than Tebogo. I don't know why he got lane 8 on. That makes sense to me. Amen says Tebogo is worried. He should be. In fact, they ought to be worried. Both Lyles, Tebogo. No, Lyles gonna be tough to beat, right? Let's not be, because he wants to win, and I think he's had the best time of all the runners in the 200. 31 or something like that. Tebogo's at 1946. It's gonna be a tough final. I think Letsile would have to go to a place he's never been before. If I go back to Bednarek's best time, what was it? 1906. What is it? What's Bednarek? It's not showing here. Let's see if I can find it. Bednarek's. Don't see his best time there, but I had it earlier. But this is heat number 3 of 3 coming up. So in this heat we have Henrik Larsson from Sweden, 20.4 is his season's best and personal best. Andre de Grasse, the senior in the race, 1962 is his best, 20.23 season best. He's been around forever. He's won this race before the major championship. Adrian Kerr from Jamaica, 20.09. Adrian says he wants to go under 20. That's his aim. That's his goal to make the final. We'll see if that materializes. Onward Ricky from Nigeria. Good runner. Best time is 1976. Season best is 20.17. Zarnell Hughes, who should be in this. The best time is 1973, and his season best is 1990. And this is a great race for him because he doesn't have the best start, but he has great finish right now. Noah Lyles, 1931 is his best time. Season best is 1963. That's big time, people. Now it's gonna be hard to beat. I'm watching the long jump, the triple jump, and Ricky's doing really well so far. Then we have Tapawanashi Magarau. I decided to try to pronounce it. From Zimbabwe. He has 1984 this season. He's going to be part of this mix, actually. And then Dambili from South Africa, 20.01 season best and 20.01 personal best. Bless up, Jargons. Bless up, Jargons. How are you doing? Good morning. All right, people. I'm over the 100 now, people. So we're not trying to go get to 200 in likes. You know, it's not being greedy. It's just, if I want to get at least 70%. So 7% of what 300 is about 210. So it's 330. So just to be about 231 people. So if you give me that 231 likes, that'd be good. We're up to 100. We love that, but keep pressing the like button if you haven't done so yet. If you just join us, it's 8:15. We're here till 9:24. We have some really major events. If you look on the right of the screen of the chart I have up there, we have triple jump going on for the women. We have the last of 3 heats of the 400 meters. Then we'll have the women's 200 coming up, and then the men's 800, which should be a dandy. That's the semifinal. And then the men's 400 and women's 400. And they're closing off with the men's 400. I wonder why. Because the unicorn, Sidney McLaughlin, is in there, along with Naser, along with Paulino. That should be a big-time race. Will she break the world record? Will she shatter the world? She shattered the American record. Let's see what she does, McLaughlin. And can Naser and Paulino challenge her? But we're here for the 200. Larson in 2, DeGrasse 3, Kerr 4, Onwuzurike 5, Hughes 6, Lyles 7, Magarau 8, and Dambili, South Africa, in lane 9. The men's 200 meters, heat number 3, is the top 2 in each heat. We have about 2 heats already. Who goes through along with the 2 fastest qualifiers. They're on their marks. I think Lyles is going to destroy the field. I think. You know, he wants to win easily. And they're off. Lyles has started well. Well, not the greatest start, but he's on top of the curve and it's done. He's over. He's leading from Adrian Kerr is running really, really well. Really, really well. Hughes. Now the big racer coming through. Adrian started to slow down. Adrian ran really well, really well. He did his best. He ran, didn't get on the 20s, personal best 20.08. Lyles won in 19.51. He ran hard. 1951. That's a world lead, people. He looks good. He came up that bend like a locomotive and was over. Dark Son Hughes, who was good at 200, 1995. And then Dambili, 1997. And Makarawu, 1998. Wow. Now let's go to what the heat one was. It was 20.03. So all the qualifiers came from 4 of the 8 runners in heat 4 made it through to the final. Unfortunately for Adrian Kerr. Let me just go back here and check something. Yeah, unfortunately Adrian Kerr is in the wrong heat because he was in the first heat. He would have beaten Van der Kerr. But he's out there. But he runs personal best. That's all he can ask for. Lyles won going away. He's on a mission, people. 1951. Wow. I think the final's gonna be a dandy between Levels and Bednarek and Lyles and Tebogo. It's gonna be something. Lyles ran hard. He wanted to send a message. That was a message race. He could have eased up way earlier. Clear message race, which is to all comers. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. And you gotta come take this title from me. Yeah. Father hype delivered. That wasn't hype. That was not hype. Father hype delivered. So if we look at all the qualifiers for the men's 200 before we go to the women's, Lyles qualified 1951. Lebel at second best time 1978. Bednarek, Tebogo, Hughes, Dambili, Ogandu, and Makarawu. Those are the 8 qualifiers. Everybody under 20 people. Everybody's under 20. Yeah, Lyles was running hard, but he wanted to send a message. That was a message race. So all the qualifiers are under, nobody's over 20 seconds. So nowadays, if you're running 20 seconds, you can't be running at the Olympics or the World Championships. People have cut down that. Dambili ran his personal best, so more power to him. But let's go to the women's 200. It's getting ready to start. Shericka Jackson is in heat number 1. So for the 200, again, just like the men's 200, the top 2 qualifiers go through along with the 2 fastest. Give me one second, please. My doctor's calling me. Hello? Hello? Yes, good morning. I went there, we did it. I'm not sure what happened, and they were supposed to get it to you. I'll call them when I'm done. I'm on a live stream. You guys didn't tell me that, so I'll come in and do it. You guys have to tell me this thing, because you didn't tell me. I can't do something unless you tell me, right? Okay? No. You discussed the payment with me, then you have to come in to make the payment. Nobody told me that. Okay? All right. I'm on a live stream. I can't talk to you now. I'm on a live stream. I have 300 people on my stream. I'll call you back. Bye. Sorry about that, people. They're showing us another channel, the men's 200 again. Lyles came off the turn in front, just in front, and it was over. He's pulling away. You think he's running scared, Henry? I don't know if he's scared. You just believe that if he sends a message, that's the best way to go. I'm not sure he's running scared. Lyles of interview. I can't hear what he's saying because obviously I am live. I have to turn the channel down. But I'm sure he's probably telling them that, you know what, he's ready. Odo said, finals for men 20 is going to be one of the books based on semifinals so far. Yes, it's going to be. I don't know if 1919 is on the threat, but you know, pressure could result in lower time, right? Pressure could also result in a much faster time. So we'll see what happens. They're going to be close enough. He's run 1931 before. That's probably the most pressure he's probably feeling a race between Lavelle and Bednarik and Tebogo. And you know, last Olympics he lost Tebogo, but apparently he wasn't well. So yeah, joggers. I'm not watching triple jump, but another woman triple jumpers there too. I'll just go there quickly. Yeah, Rick is way down in 5th place. The Cuban woman, told him look good, 1485. Yeah, not a good look. Rick's gonna have a hard time medaling. She got to improve her jumps. So it's the women's 200 meters semifinal. The top two go through along with the 2 fastest time. I would expect from this heat that Shericka Jackson and somebody else, best time so far. None of these runners have run under 22 this year. Shericka has run 22:17. Brittany Brown has run 22:13. So we'll see what happens. But I think Shericka should easily make the final, frankly, regardless of what she's run this year. And they're off. I think Shericka stumbled a little bit. but she's doing really well. It's Jackson coming off the turn. She's leading, and if she's leading off the turn, nobody's ready to run her down. She's not pulling away from the field, though. Maybe she's relaxing. She's in front easily, and she won from Hunt and Brown. So Jackson has finally broken the 22 barrier this season. She's already in the final. Automatic qualifier with Amy Hunt, Brittany Brown, and Anthony Strahan. We'll have to wait and see what their times. They make it on time. Strahan is very upset. She expected to run faster, and she didn't. She's inconsolable. Even though she ran her season's best, actually. But 22:48 may not be enough. Not this quality field. So that was heat one. Shericka Jackson. So two Jamaicans, Letsile and Jackson, are to the final of the men's and women's 200 meters. Looking at the race again, Jackson didn't really separate herself from the field for the first 100. She was the best, but didn't really separate herself from the field. You'd expect in her 100-meter speed that she would have separated herself real early. She slowed down a bit in the last 50 meters, and we know what happened a while back when she eased up and didn't qualify. But good job by Jackson. She's through to the final. That's all that matters. And she'll get a decent line, or she'll get a decent line running on the 22. So we're going to heat number 2. And we see the hottest runner in the women's sprints. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden is in this heat. And she's ran 21:84 this year already. So I don't think anybody has gone that fast. And we have to remember, no Julian Alfred is not in these races. She's pulled out. I think she has a calf problem. If you have not hit the like button since you joined the stream, please do so. We'll appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channels, please do so also. So I've dropped all my links on there. You can subscribe to the channels, and you can also sign up on my website. They're showing the triple jump. Shanti Moore from the US jumping. Not a good jump at all. Poor jump. So we're coming up to heat number 2. In this heat, we have Fotopulo from Cyprus, Henriksson from Sweden, Shanti Moore from Jamaica, Sophia Jung from Germany. Can you imagine your name being Jung? It's a tough one. Dina Asher-Smith from Great Britain. And Asher-Smith has been a perennial, very good runner in the 200. Melissa Jefferson, USA, the 100-meter champion. Tori Lewis, Australia, and MK Vervet from Belgium. Amen. We did mention that Shericka should dip on the 22, and she did dip on it, barely dipped. In fact, she barely dipped on the 22. But she ran 21:99. And let's see how Shanti Moore doing this if you can make the finals. It'd be tough for her to do so. But we know one spot. Unless Melissa Jefferson pulls up, she's making the final. So everybody's running for second and fastest time. And Jefferson is really concentrating. Very, very focused. Even though she's the overwhelming favorite in this race. So if you just joined us, we have gone through the men's 200 meters semifinal. All the favorites are through, and those 4 favorites will be Tebogo, Lyles, Bednarek, and the new Jamaica sensation Letsile. They're all through to the final. Letsile won his heat, Noah won his heat, Bednarek won his heat. and Tebogo was in Letsile. And now ran the fastest time. Was that 19.5? One or something like that. So it should be interesting in terms of the final. The Bell ran really well also, but wasn't really challenged. So we'll see what happens when he's challenged, because it's going to be a tough final. And by the way, the men's and women's 200 meters finals are tomorrow. Actually, they're the last two events on the calendar for tomorrow, and it should be a humdinger. The women's 200 meters, they seem to be switching these around, and the women seem to be, the women's 400 meters finishes the day, and tomorrow the women's 200 will finish the day. I think the men's 200 should finish the day tomorrow, given the quality of the competition. But hey, women get their day in the spotlight. Nothing wrong with that. So this is heat number 2 of 3, women's 200 meters. One American in the race, and Jefferson-Wooden, one Jamaican in Ashanti Moore. So we have Polo in lane 2 from Cyprus, Asher-Smith, Lois Moore, jump for the Polo, Purvey, and let's see how this goes. I think Jefferson would win easy. Let's see if Asher-Smith comes second and where Moore finishes. And they're off. Jefferson hasn't gotten away as quickly as I'd expect, but they come off the turn. She's leading easily. Asher-Smith is second. Moore running really well, slowing down somewhat, and she's Moore putting it out. She finished up third, 22:51. Let's see what the first heat was. So 2200 by Jefferson-Wooden. Asher-Smith 22:21. Moore 22:51. Let's see the fastest time in. Brittany Brown was 22:13. So Moore is out. Just a little bit too slow. The 2 fastest times in heat 1 are still the ones qualifying in time so far. So Strahan probably shouldn't have been upset as she is, because she's still there. So we have 4 qualifiers so far, automatic qualifiers, and 2 from the first heat who are still in it. The expected winner, Jefferson-Wooden, 22 flat. Asher-Smith, 22:21. Ashanti Moore, 22:51. She's out. And Tori Lewis, 22:69. And Jefferson-Wooden was relaxed because she was looking up at the board to see where she was when she's in the stretch. I think she can do a 21, almost a 21.7, 21.6 in the final. Moore did not make it. Nope. Moore is going home in the plane. I don't think she's gonna be running the relay, so she has made it. They're now showing you McLaughlin. That 400-meter final should be a humdinger. Looking forward to it. So that was heat 2 of 3 for the women's 200. We have 1 more heat remaining. There are no Jamaicans in this heat. Mackenzie Long is probably the best of the remaining runners, other runners in the heat, along with Battle of the US. So it's interesting. We have 2 US runners, because they have 4 runners in these events actually. 2 US runners in this heat. So if we had one in the first heat, I can't remember that. Yeah, we had Brittany Brown in the first heat. We had Mr. Jefferson. So you had to have 2 in a heat, because US had 4 runners participating in the 200. Jargon says the world is turning truly global when you see the ethnicity of some of these athletes running, competing for nations that don't necessarily represent them. Well, they represent them. It's a global world. What do you mean, Jargon? It's a global world. It's a global world, Jargons. If you see a person of African descent running for Italy, or running for Austria, or running for Norway, then you know migration is occurring all over the world. People are no longer Dome massage is where they're born there. You gotta go seek opportunities elsewhere, especially those with less resources going to countries with more resources. Let's go to triple jump for a second as we wait on the women's 20 meters. See the standing triple jump. As you can see, the Cubans are up there. Oh man. And Hernandez Perez is destroying the field. 1485. Wow. That's way out there. Long legs, long torso, long stretch out. Yep. Jamaicans right now are in 5th and 7th place in the triple jump. But the Cubans are in 1st and 5th. 1st and 4th, I should say, sorry. Yeah. Rick's have to get it together. There's only 3 more attempts to go. So let's go back to the women's 200. And heat number 3 of 3 coming up. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. I see 350 people watching, only 131 likes. So I'm trying to get the likes up to 50% people, which would be, what's that? 175? Yeah, get it up to 175 people. At least half of the, and 350 on here doesn't mean that everyone on here, probably less people on here will hit the like. People come and go continuously, especially in the mornings, early. So please hit the like button. And if you're on the Balance View channel, please hit the like button also. Appreciate it. I appreciate you. If you're on the Balance View channel, people, it's 20, get me up to 50% likes. 222 of you on the Balance View channel, 367 on this channel. Please hit the like button so other people can watch the program or come join us as we enjoy the remaining races. We have the 2 main events of the day coming up, subsequent to the semifinals of 800. 800 should be good semifinals, but the men's 400 meters and the women's 400 meters are the last 2 events. Those should be great. We're now on heat number 3 of the women's 200 meters. Lane 2, Audrey Leduc. Lane 3, Miriam Sanchez. Lane 4, Telma Davis. Lane 5, Emma Noelidu. I'm just kidding myself with Greek names. Lane 6, Battle, Anavia Battle. Lane 7, Talou Smith, who always disappoints when it comes to the big races. I'm sorry to beat Talou in this, but she ends up being the most frustrated country, even though she's a brilliant runner. Mackenzie Long from the USA is in lane 8, and Daryl Needham from Great Britain is in lane 9. Women's 200 meters semifinal, the 2 fastest runners in this heat, and we've had the 2 heats so far, along with the 2 fastest qualifiers who have come from heat 1 so far, will make it through to the final. Again, if you're on both the Cranky Live channel and the Balance View channel, please hit the like button. I would truly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed also, please do so. We're trying to grow the channel, so please subscribe. So they're in their blocks. Well, most of them in their blocks. One person is still stretching out. This is the final heat 3 of 3, women's 200 meters. I'd expect Talou to win this race. I'll be a second. She's a fast of 100, and she has a good 200 meter stamina. They're out. Wow. They're out the turn. Talou is leading so far, but she's been run down by Battle. Battle is up there with her. Battle is good. Talou, Battle, Talou, Battle. Battle will come on in front, Talou second, and Mackenzie Long third. Now, Battle and Talou are automatically in the final. The Talou has run her season best, 22.17. Mackenzie Long run 22.48. Now let's go to heat 1. You see 22.13 and 22.48. There's a tie between Strahan and Mackenzie Long. Let's see who gets the nod. Qualify. Not sure how you separate those. They're in different heats. I'm not sure what the criteria is to separate them. They just add somebody to the lane, make it 9. Because there's no one running in lane 1, so they could always add a lane. But Talou ran really well, actually. Obviously, it's the fast over 100. Battle was very, very strong down the stretch. 22:09. So we have all the qualifiers, except I don't know how this works in terms of. So the qualifiers there, Strahan got through. You saw Mackenzie Long. I'm not sure what the separator is. Maybe it's their start. I don't know what it is. The wind was stronger for Strahan's race. But you see the list there of the qualifiers. Shericka Jackson is the best time to around 21:99. Melissa Jefferson ran 2200. You have Amy Hunt, Battle, Brown, Talou, Asher-Smith, Strahan, all qualified. I got to talk about the separator is normally in these races because Strahan and Mackenzie Long had the same time. Talou eased up somewhat at the end. Yeah, but she was under pressure to ease up. But you know what? They were in stress. They were pretty through. So something you can't really tell, but they were in stress. So those are the qualifiers for the women's 200 meters. So we have the 200 meters semifinal for both the men's and the women's, which are done. And let's go back to qualifiers for the men. So you see the men there, number laws, 1951. That's big people time, people. Sent a message to the rest of the field. It's a world lead. Brian Lavelle is second fastest time at 1978. Bednarek was pretty easy at 1988. Tebogo, relax, 1995. Zonal Hughes ran the same time, 1995. And then we have Dambili, Ogandu, and Makarau. What is very interesting and what is very obvious from this list of runners here. By the way, Adrian Kerr from Jamaica on his season, the personal best, 20.08, just outside the 20. That didn't go on the 22nd, but that was his aspiration and goal. And I'm hoping next time he'll get there, but he did really, really well for himself. But every single runner in the final ran under 20 seconds. 20 seconds was one time the barometer as a 20-meter runner. Nowadays, all the qualifiers for the finals, they're getting under the 20-second mark. So I think the finals between the top 4 you see there, I think Tebogo will be better in the final. It'll be Lyles, Lavelle, Bender, and Tebogo. They've separated themselves. Zonal is a good runner, but I don't think he has the same level of speed as the other runners do. I don't think he has that. I'm seeing a replay of the Shericka Jackson race. She came off the turn pretty good and was pretty relaxed on the stretch. Wasn't over the stretch. Eased up a little bit in the last 10 meters, but sort of ran through the tape. And then that's the men's 200 meters. For the women's 200 meters, you can see the qualifiers here. Shericka Jackson is there. Ashanti Moore didn't make it. And they have Jefferson, Hunt, Battle, Brown, Talou, Asher-Smith, and Strahan. So now we come to the 800 meters for men, semifinal. Again, the construct and the concept is still the same. There are 3 heats. 1 Jamaican is in this in terms of Tyrese Taylor. We have 2 Jamaicans in the in this race. I think in heat 3 we have Anderson, and in heat 1 we have Taylor. It'll be a tough task given the quality of the field, but nothing tried, nothing done. You have to put in the effort and see where you come out. 800 meters to me is a very, very tough race. You're basically sprinting 2 laps, which is hard to do. So, and we have, for the 800 meters, there are 8 runners. Patterson in Great Britain is in lane 2. Wyder Kirka, Poland, lane 3. Hingora, Botswana, lane 4. Arop, Kenya, lane 5. English, Ireland, lane 6. Kiplanga, Kibinang, Kenya, lane 7. I'm sure I'm butchering that name. Sejati, Algeria lane 8, and Tyrese Taylor from Jamaica lane 9. Men's 800. Top 2 goes through, and then the fastest couple fastest qualifiers. They're on their marks, and they're off. Taylor's gone up real quickly, maybe too quickly, frankly. Trying to get a good lane, I guess. He's on the outside lane. He's trying to get a good lane as they cut over. He's in the mix. You gotta make sure you're in the mix early. See that it's more of a strategic race than a quick race so far. And Air Up from Canada is really good at this. It's tall, long strides. But Taylor is running beside Air Up. So Air Up, Taylor, Binai, and Sejati. That's the top 4 so far, and they keep switching. They have gone through the first lap, 1 lap to go. Taylor running comfortable, but it's going to be a tough race, a strategic race. Strategic race, and it's going to be a sprint to the end, I would say, from the 300 meters. People are going to get nervous. Yeah, they're starting to stretch it out now. Yeah, they're up in front. Air Up is there. English in front. English is gone. Air Up trying to go with him. But English from Ireland is there. Air Up is with him. Air Up decided that, you know what? I'm not going to let you win. Screen went blank as usual. Crashed. Air Up is in front. And here comes Sejati. English struggle at the end. So Canada, Air Up from Canada, mark for Air Up first. Sejati, Algeria second. Mark English, Ireland third. He's got to wait for fastest time. And White Durka from Poland fourth. I think English made his move too early, way too early. You got to be patient. If you know you have the kick, you can afford to be patient. If you know you have to kick people, if you're a runner in these strategic races, this is a strategic race. Decent time, 145, 145. But you have to, like Air Up, know he has the kick. So he's going to stay there and make sure he's in the top 2. And he decided that, you know what, I'm going to kill myself too. He won the race, but I think he was killing himself to win. He just made sure he's in the top 2 and he's comfortable. Thanks for the request, Jargons. Appreciate it. So if you haven't hit the like button, people, please do so. Truly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, also do so. So that was heat number 1 of 3 in the men's 800. I like the 400. I like the 800. I think 800 is a really good race to watch, because you can really decide for the race, assess the race, see if they're trying to run for time, they're trying to run strategically. People that kick how smart they're running. I think English ran a bad race, actually. He should have waited a little bit before he made his move. And it's not bad with the running. It's wet. It's raining there. As they say, cats and dogs. So if you're a runner, it should be pretty cool, actually, that rain pouring down. You can see it on the track. They're showing a triple jump. Perez Hernandez is 1485. That may be the winning jump, actually, unless she jumped further. So we're waiting for heat 2 of 3 for the men's 800. The remaining upcoming events are, if you look to the right on basically the timetable, we have the finals of the men's and women's 400 meters. I think everybody's probably waiting, anticipating the duel in the women's 400 between McLaughlin, Paulino, and Naser. That should be a big time race. Naser, I should say, not Naser. Naser. Let's see what Rojas can do. She's always been up there in the triple jump. Not a bad jump, but Cuban is still out in front. 1485 is hard to beat. So this is the semifinal of the men's 800. We have already gone to, the rain is pouring, people. They're showing you outside, pouring, torrential rain, it looks like. Well, they're wearing spikes, and it's a good track, so. It's a good track. Very good track. We have, after these two races, we have three more. We have two more live events, obviously, 2 400s. That'll be that for the day. But today's been a good day. Really good day. Thoroughly enjoyed the 200 meters races. There was a 5,000 meter early in the morning, which was really good, even though I wasn't on live at the time. And now we have the 800 meter semis, and then we'll have the 2 400 meter finals. Curious to see what Big Boy does. People who is McDonald from Jamaica. So he's going to run on the 44. We'll see. So now we have heat number 2 of 3. Bernisi from Italy is in lane 2. McPhillips from Ireland, lane 3. Barroso, Spain, lane 4. Mola, Algeria, lane 5. Brazier, USA, lane 6. Virgin, Great Britain, lane 7. Tual, France, lane 8. And Kim Taloti from Kenya, lane 9. Men's 800 meters, heat number 2. Oh, this should be a very good race. I think Brazier has had some real bad injury problems. But as I say, if you know you're good and you don't give up and you persevere, you do well, and he's done that. And he's here. He had an interesting heat, a lot of pushing and shoving in that heat, but he made it through. Here for the semis. And this also should be a good race. I find all the 800s are normally pretty decent races. They're off. Field trying to sort itself out. And now I'm going to crossover. A lot of pushing again. A lot of pushing, especially by Bernisi and Brazier. Brazier not set back. It's on the inside. So it's Bernisi from Virgin and Brazier. Field settling down. Pretty decent race, actually, in terms of speed. They have completed the first lap, and Virgin of Great Britain have decided to take it out. He looked like he's gone. He's stretching the field out. Bernisi trying to go with him. Loti from Kenya trying to go with him. I think they told me they sprint too early. Brazier is just settling down and relaxed. He's running a smart race, but he's on the inside. He's locked in. I don't know how he's going to get out from there. He's in trouble. Yeah, McPhillips is from Ireland in front. So Virgin, Great Britain, Ireland is coming, McPhillips. Virgin, McPhillips. Virgin, Mac Phillips, Frazier trying to come through at the end. Losing my voice. Mac Phillips won, Virgin second, Frazier third. Excuse me, people, I think I'm losing my voice. This commentary thing is not working. So the top three are Mac Phillips from Ireland, 143.18, a national record. Virgin from Great Britain, 143.37. And Brazier from the USA, 143.82. Top three. And let's see what so 143.82 is faster than Heat. So I do think that 143 by Brazier will get him through to the final. We still have one more Heat, and then we figure out who the fastest qualifiers are. So in the top two Heats so far, Mark Earl from Canada and Djamil Sejati from Algeria. Those are on the qualifiers. Along from Heat 2, we have Mac Phillips from Virgin. And we're waiting for Heat 3 to then decide who the fastest qualifiers are, along with the top two finishers in Heat 3. Good race by Mac Phillips down the stretch, actually, by this time really well. I think Pernisi killed himself by, he ran a personal best, so you probably can't say that, but I think he made his move too early. He should have, he doesn't have the biggest kick. So if you don't have the biggest kick, you have to bait people into waiting, and you have to stretch them out after. I guess you have to go. If you don't have the biggest kick, you have to go. If you have a big kick, you can always be playing possum and delay. But if you don't have the biggest kick, maybe he ran a good race because he ran a personal best, so can't beat that. Even though I thought he went early. But maybe he's trying to stretch the field out. So we have one more Heat 3 coming up. And in this Heat, we have Nabaski Anderson from Jamaica is there. So if you look at the Heat, we have Nabaski Anderson from Jamaica in lane 1. Blodek from Croatia, lead 2. Kristan from Belgium, 3. Wanyoni, who is a big time, 141. In lane 5, Hopel also is 141 runner. In lane 6, Maset Leila. Lane 7, Atapui is for Spain, lane 8, and then Biziani, France, lane 9. Those are the 8 runners for the final Heat 3 of the men's 800. Should be a good race. Some really good runners in this race. I think Anderson is on the run for time. I think Wanyomi and Hopper will be to beat. And the other good runners here. So, tough race. If you haven't hit the like button, people, for the channel, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. I need 174 people to subscribe to my Balance View channel. So if you haven't subscribed to Balance View, just go over there and subscribe. If you're not on the Balance, if you're on the Balance View channel and you subscribe, I appreciate you. Thank you. So I'm gonna just put Balance View up. If you have not subscribed to Balance View, I need 174 more subscription for today, people, to get to that 1,000. That's the magic number. So if you haven't subscribed to Balance View, if you're on my Cranky Life channel, I'm just dropping the link. Just please go over to the Balance View channel and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the day today. So I'm gonna do the Balance View link. I ain't putting the website. It's ain't a word. I'm not putting the website, and I'm not putting the Cranky Life here. Just go to Balance View, click on it, subscribe to the channel. I need 174 more before the stream is done to get me to the 1,000. I want to get to the 1,000 today. So if you haven't subscribed to Balance View, I'd appreciate it. I know some of you don't like to subscribe to many channels. You can always subscribe and just hit the notification. Don't hit the notification bell, because then you won't get the link. Right? You'll come on when you feel like coming on, so you don't get overpopulated. But if you haven't subscribed to Balance View, please do so. Surely would appreciate it. Now let's go back to the action on the track. It's Heat 3 of 3. Men's 800 meters semifinal. They're running for the final. Lane 2, Anderson. Lane 3, Blodeck. Lane 4, Preston. Lane 5, Wanyomi. Lane 6, Happel. Lane 7, Masalela. Lane 8, Attaquing, I think it is. I think I'm messing that up. And lane 9, Mezziani. Top 2 finishers and a few fastest qualifiers for this. Princeton, bless up, good morning. I'm watching it on USA Network, but you can also watch it on Peacock. You can watch it on BBC in the UK. I think it may be on BBC One now. It's on BBC Two before. People are trying to call me, but my phone is kicking out. I don't know what's happening. I'm getting calls in, but my phone is not taking the calls. I don't know what's happening. You know what? I'm gonna call myself and see what happens. I don't know what's happening. My number, I see call coming in. But I don't know what's happening. It's not taking it. Now it's coming through. Testing. Okay, it's working. So if it's calling, you can call me back. Hopefully it's not subcontractor. Phone is working if you're gonna call it. I see a missed call, but I'm not sure there's a missed call. So we're waiting the start of the men's 800. There is one Jamaican or yard in this race, and Vasky Anderson. The other runners, there are 2 runners waiting for best time. They came from heat number 2, Persini and Brazier. So we'll see what happens. Mr. Dre Renner, bless up, bless up, bless up. Thanks for joining. Bless up, Dre. So we're in the last heat 3 of 3 men's 800 meters final. We already have 4 automatic qualifiers. Persini and Brazier from heat 2 are waiting to see if they qualify based on the fastest time. There's 8 runners, so we're off. No, it's not down on the track yet on the channel, but they've actually taken off in the stadium. They're off. And Anderson has gone out really hard. I guess he's just trying to get a good position since he's in lane 2. So he's leading. But now the big runners are stepping up. And this is the hard race. They're going out hard. Ziani from France in front, Masalela second, Wanyomi third, Blodeck fourth. It's going to be an interesting race. It's a fast race, I think. If you're fastest qualifier, you may get a bit challenged. So we have Ziani, Masalela second, Wanyomi just and is really there. Anderson is in 4th, so he's in the mix. But it's gonna be a tough sprint at the end, actually. You need to have that stamp at the end because Anderson's pretty quick, but we'll see what happens. Ziani leading, Masalela, Wanyomi. As they come in the back stretch, Anderson's still there in 4th. It's going to be a tough sprint. They're not starting to take it out. It's an all-out sprint to the end. And Atakut is stolen a stick in the field. Anderson's in 4th place, trying to stay there. Wanyomi coming up. Anderson running hard to get 3rd. It's going to be a stretch. He's running really hard. He made 3rd. What time did he run? 1:43.72 national record. Let's go to heat 2, what we had here. 1:43.84. He's in the final. Brilliant, brilliant run. Brilliant, brilliant run. Brilliant run by Anderson. Exceptional run. Exceptional run. I mean, he was well positioned in lane 4 for most of the race, and he gave it every single thing. National record, 1:43.72. Brilliant, brilliant run. Hopper ran out, which is shocking. Hopper he ran out. I guess he got too hot, people. He came fifth. I think he probably can't believe it. So we have the qualifiers. Well, they haven't gone through yet. It's the fastest time. They haven't updated the camera yet. So when they update it, you'll see it. But Anderson seems to have made the final. So that was heat 3. He came first. He's a new national record for Jamaica, 143.72. I've always said this actually, which is I think Jamaica needs to focus not only on the 1, 2, and 4. Natala Gould was a sort of trendsetter for the 800. Yeah. But that was brilliant. You see the men's 400, they're coming out now. Brilliant run. Brilliant run by Anderson. So here are the qualifiers for the men's final of the 800. You have a Jamaican in the final. Amazing. Atalia Gould is in the semifinal. McPhillips, Atkiwi, who stole up on the field a while ago. Virgin, Wanyomi, Anderson, Masalela. Now they have 6. It should be 8. I don't think Pernisi made it. I think Brazier may have made it. They haven't updated this right, actually. Let's go to heat. So we have Atui and Wanyomi made it along with Anderson. In heat 2, McPhillips and Virgin. And in heat 1, we have Arab and Sejati. They have not put out. They only put there based on time. So I don't see Arab and Sejati here. They're not doing the best job. They're doing it based on time. They don't do it just based on qualifiers. They should have updated the qualifiers. But as you can see from heat 1, Marco Arab from Canada and the Jamel Sejati from Algeria, they also threw. So they need to update the qualifiers here. I'm trying to get up. It's not updated. But Anderson, based on time, is in. Because he ran 143.72, and you can see Brazil there was one of the fastest qualifiers, 143.82. He should be through also. But Pernisi, I don't think made it. So big up to Anderson. Big up. You ran a brilliant race. Couldn't run any better. And you beat people like Hopper. And who knows in the final? Anything can happen. Especially with strategic race. Because Anderson has the speed. It's a stamina thing, which is part of the challenge for him. I was saying before, I think Jamaica has to train kids to run all the way up to 1,500. Right? When you used to go to champs, and people running 1,500, there's only one person way out in front and the rest just lagging. I think we have the ability to run up to 1,500, and I think we should do that. We should train kids to do that. Especially if all the kids have the speed, you just have to develop the stamina to do so and do it consistently. So let's hope in the schools that's something that's stressed, because not everybody can run the 100, right? Or the 200. There are too many good runners and too few places for you to just focus on that. People have to expand their horizon. Again, I need 174 people to go over to. If you're on Cranky Live and you haven't subscribed to Balanced View, please go over there and do so. And if you're on Balanced View, you have subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to get 174 subscribers before the end of the day. And we only have about less than 20 minutes remaining in this session. Again, thanks for being here. We're up to 200 likes. Hooray, thank you on Cranky Live. And how much do we have on Balanced View? We have 74 people. Let's get up to 100 likes on Balanced View. Come on. We only have 74. Come on, you can do that. We only have 74 likes on Balanced View. We can do better on Balanced View. Please hit the like button. Get me up to 100 likes on Balanced View. We already have 200 on Cranky Live. Let's hope that goes up to 300 before the stream is over. So now we are at the big race, people. Well, one of two big races. The men's 400 meters. This is final. This is not semifinal. This is not heat. This is the final of the men's 400. Yeah, Marlon, let me run the 800 Marlon. Because if you want to make Jamaica team, it's the easier events to make. If you run 1 and 2 in Jamaica, think about it. Jamaica have 1, 2 in men globally in the 100. They probably have one of the fastest running 200 and a bunch of other 200 runners. You got to try something else. You may not be able to run under 22nd, but you may be able to run under 145. So get those kids to run those 800 and even 1500. So men's 400-meter final, we have two persons from the Caribbean in this race. Jareem Richards from Trinidad, lane 2. Ja'Cory Patterson, USA, lane 3. And then we have the Botswana Epi. I ain't gonna try to pronounce his second name. Lee Epi, I'm gonna call him. Lane 4. Busang Kembinachipi, lane 5. Rasheen McDonald from Jamaica. Good draw, lane 6. Zakiti Nene from South Africa, lane 7. Bayapo Ndori, Botswana, lane 8. And lane 9 is Yuki Joseph Nakajima. 8 runners, 3 placed for the podium, 3 Botswanan, 1 Trinidadian, 1 Jamaican, 1 South African, 1 Japanese. Those are the runners. So we have 2 from the Caribbean, 1 from the US, 4 from Africa, and 1 from Asia. We do it based on a sort of continent basis. McDonald looked pretty confident. He's pointing to his chest. He's showing the Jamaican fans in the stands. That's one thing that the USA channels have done, whether it's Peacock or one thing that they've done is shown the Jamaica crowd quite a bit, actually, especially when they're running the race that Jamaicans are doing running. Okay, Marlon, it's a good thing. But let's see a big boy can go on the podium. He said he's going to run on the 44. You have to, if you look at the times here, people, season's best. Patterson has run 43.85. Busang has run 43.61. Nene has run 43.76. So those are the ones who are running under 44. Everybody has run under 44, 44.80, 44, 40. What am I talking about? 44. Yeah, everybody ran under 44.50 in this race this year. It's a tough race. It's you can't call it race. It's a tough race. It's a difficult race. Amen. We bigging up McDonald that he's a winner before he even ran because of what he's gotten to. No, it's a great thing to see McDonald in the final. You know, he's an enigma, as I've said before, a real enigma. So they're on their marks. Men's 400 meters final. I think it's going to be at least 43.5 to win this race. And they're off. I don't think McDonald can get the best start, to be honest. And he's been taken over already by running beside him, the Botswana, and they look really good. McDonald is way down the track. Let's see what he does. South Africans seem to be leading at this point as they come off the turn. McDonald's in about, it's going to be an interesting finish. It's Kepenapa from Patterson, from Nene and Richards. McDonald is still in the mix, but it's going to be a tough off the turn. He's struggling now. He's running really well, though. He's coming through. He's running really well. He's there in third. He can make it, but here comes Botswana on the outside. McDonald is struggling at the end. Can he make it? It's going to be tough. Oh, he just missed out. Oh, he just missed out on a medal by 0.08. He didn't do the 43, he says. Busang won. Jareem Richards of Trinidad ran a brilliant race for second. Baya for third. And Rasheen McDonald was right there at the end for the medal and missed out. And Dory was coming like a freight train. McDonald shaking his head. He almost made it. 0.08. Good run, big boy. Really good run. Brilliant run by Jareem Richards, actually, by the way. But the winner, Busang Kibinashipi, celebrate for Botswana. Yeah, tough for Rasheen. He's down in the stretch. He's in third place. He ran really well. He got rid of the USA runner. But here comes on the outside Ndori, and he ran really. Big boy died. He died about 5 meters from. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at people, but he ran a brilliant race. He didn't overstress himself early in the race. He paced himself really well, but brilliant run from Busan and brilliant run from Dream Richards. Tough race. Tough race. Tough race. So that was the end. That was the men's 400 meter. We have one race on the track, and that's the race that everybody's looking forward to today. Let me just go back to the men's 200 meter final for tomorrow. Here are the qualifiers. As you can see, it's Lyles, Lavelle, Bednarek, Tebogo, Hughes, Dambili, Ogandu, and Makarawu. And Lyles set a world leading 90.51. And Lavelle was 1978, but not really stressed. That was the men. Then for the women's 200, we have Jackson had the best time, but most of the runners, like Melissa, were in stress. Amy Hunt, Virginia Brown, Strahan. What am I doing? I'm in the wrong place. Here it is. Jackson, Jefferson-Wooden, Hunt, Battle, Brown, Toulouse, Smith, Strahan, Long. Those are the finalists. So those finals are coming up tomorrow. So tomorrow should be good also. Then for the men's 800 meters, one Jamaican in the final. I don't know why they haven't updated this. They're not showing all the qualifiers. Oh, they did. Okay. So you have McPhillips, Atau, Virgin, Wanyomi, Anderson from Jamaica, made the finals, Masalela. And then we have Arup and Sejati. So those are the qualifiers for the men's 800. Then if you go to the men's 400 meter final that just concluded, Jamaica missed out on the medal by 0.08. And that's Rasheen McDonald, big boy, ran a brilliant race. He got a bad start though. Look at his start, 0.201. He was left in the blocks basically. But he and Nakajima, yeah, he had a bad start. I mean, his start is that's a really bad start. Look at all the other competitors. He was left in the blocks. Yeah, he was left in the blocks actually. He had a really bad start. So he caught it really well, but if he had a better start, he may have got medal. But Trinidad came second. They got their second medal of the championship. They won the gold in the javelin, actually. If we go to the javelin, men's javelin throw, Kishorn Walcott, he won for Trinidad, 88-16. So Trinidad has two, a gold and a silver. So they're up there. So now we have the finals of the women's 400 meters. So the premier event on the track for the day, just given McLaughlin has been running, and we have competition. Nikisha Price from Jamaica is in lane 2. Henrietta Jaga from Norway, lane 3. Roxana Gomez, Cuba, lane 4. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, very long name, USA, lane 5. Destroyed the American record of 48.70 set by Sonia Ross Richards. 48.70, she destroyed it with 48.29 the last time she ran. Amber Anning from Great Britain is in lane 6. Salwa Ed Nasser has not stretched. She's in lane 7. Bukawieka from Poland, lane 8, and Paulino, who eased up in the semis and almost got nipped there and knocked herself out, like we see Jackson did way back when. She's in lane 9, which is a bad lane for her. If she had run through the tape, she would have been probably in the lane 6 area. But hey, we make mistakes, we recover from them. Just one reminder and one request. If you haven't hit the like button on both my Battlefield channel and Cranky Life, please do so. It'd be truly appreciated. I'm trying to get 174 more subscribers to my Battlefield channel to get me over that magic number for 1,000 to get monetized. So if you go to my Battlefield channel and hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. Now, this is the race of the day. Is there a world record? The world record is, what's the world record? 47.60 by Marita Koch from East Germany, way back in 1985. And it's like the women's, in those days, actually, if you think about those records, it's like 100 meters for women, and 100 meters for women 200 meters for women, the 400 meters. Back in those days, those records were set. Don't want to cause any aspersion on anyone, but way back when. And everything has improved. Nutrition has improved. Spikes, footwear has improved. They still can't break those records. Just saying. They seem like they're inhuman. But McLaughlin probably is. So we'll see. Now I think Big Boy will get a lot of commendation for his fourth place finish, as well as much as he get for winning the bronze. He ran a phenomenal race. He got left in the blocks though. Him being left in the blocks killed him. Because he lost by a much bigger margin. The block number was like 0.05 at a minimum, and he lost by 0.08. So being left in the blocks killed him. He lost the race at the start. I mean, he lost the bronze at the start. If you just joined the chat, please hit the like button if you just come in the chat. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And we're here for the last race of the day. And it's a good one. The pre-race favorite is sitting McLaughlin-Levrone. But don't sleep on Ed Naser and don't sleep on Paulino. Paulino is a from behind run. It's going to be a good race. Sydney's a strategic runner. She's not trying to go out and kill the field, but she's always strong the last 100, 200. So we should see what happens. People going to Marita Koch, 1985. Kvarchatilova, 47, 99, 1983. They're going to all the time. Naser has run 48.14, which is better than the 48.29 that. But McLaughlin wasn't stretched to run 48.29. So we'll see what she has there. She has to run hard. I think you have to run on the 48 to win this race. That's my view. We'll see what happens. Now, will you get 47.60? I don't know, but I think we're going to be close to that sub 48 number. Naser goes on hard. So do they go with her or do they try to wait and catch her in the stretch? Price 2, Jager 3, Gomez 4, McLaughlin-Levrone 5, Anning 6, Naser 7, Bukoyeka 8, and Paulino 9. Women's 400 meters final. They get ready to go in their blocks. Last race of the day. McLaughlin is they're focusing on, obviously, the American channel. They're very focused on her. She looks locked in. And we should be back here. Well, we will be back here tomorrow again. People say, you want to come and join me tomorrow? I've determined what time I'm going to come on. I look at the races further where the time, determine when exactly I should come on. Not based on time, just based on the quality of the races. So I will be back here tomorrow for at least 2 hours. Again, if you haven't hit the like button before you leave, please do so. Get me up to 300 likes. We're at 220 now. Get me up to 300 on Cranky Live and get me up to 150 on Balance View. They're announcing the runner's name, Naser Amber Anning from Great Britain. We're gonna have Lachlan is there. Lachlan, and we're gonna have Gomez, Jaeger, and Price. Gomez from Cuba, Jaeger from Norway, and Price from Jamaica. Round out the field. 8 runners. Only 3 can be in the podium. McLaughlin is the favorite, but Naser and Paulino says, and all the other runners will have a request. I mean, if you look at personal best, Price has run 48.57. Jaeger has run 49.49. This is this year. Gomez 49.71, McLaughlin 48.29, Annie 49.29, Naser 48.14, Bukowski 48.90, and Paulino 48.17. Those are their best times in this. So if you look at the times here, it would say it's McLaughlin, Naser, and Paulino. Both of them have run under 48.29. So we'll see what happens. They're on their marks. Last race of the day, women's 400 meters, is the world record in the mix. World record is 47.6 by Marie Koch, 1985 from the old East Germany before the wall got knocked down. And they're off. And McLaughlin is taking it out real hard, people. Real hard in the first two. Can she hold it at the end? Real hard. She's running really hard in the first two. Naser is running well too. But McLaughlin is ahead. She's able to break up the stagger on her inside. So McLaughlin's out there. At 34.87 at the 300-meter mark. Paulino is running well in lane 8. It's the three favorites. It's Paulino, it's Naser, it's McLaughlin. As they come off the stretch, it's McLaughlin's in front. Naser, McLaughlin, Paulino. McLaughlin, Paulino, Naser. So how are they going to finish? McLaughlin is winning in 47.78. A championship record. She missed 47.70, 46.7. Yeah, 47.60 by not a lot. She destroyed her American record. 47.98 national record for Paulino and 48.90 by Naser. McLaughlin shows that she's the best. And she was going to break the world record at some point. Because she hasn't been running the flat 4 for that long, even though I'm sure in practice she does. So she's probably going to have the record for the hurdles and the 4 flat at some point. That's a brilliant run. She got pressed, so she needs a Naser and a Paulino in the race to push her. 47.78, championship record, 0.08 from a suspicious 47.60 way back in 85. Brilliant win for McLaughlin. Great run for Paulino from lane 9. Very good run from Naser from lane 3. Lakeisha Price from Jamaica finished 8, 49.97. Not her best time. You know, she had a very good start. But I'm sure all the people on the podium feel good about themselves. So brilliant run, brilliant race. McLaughlin, not far from the world record. She got out well and ran really, 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 really well. But she had some competition today. When she came off the stretch, she was just in front. And because she had that hurdle strength also, and Paulino wasn't that far away. She was coming. She lost by 1, but McLaughlin sort of pulled away at the end. She just had that strength. She's very, very strong. Brilliant run, brilliant race, brilliant time. I mean, Paulino had a national record of 47.98. So 2 of them were under 48. I figure you're going to have to be under 48 to win. Naser came close to her best of 48.14 and 48.19. Season best for her. Season best for Bakaweka. And season best for Annie. Tough race. They got pulled along. But hey, very good world championship. Good run. Well run. Brilliant run by the ladies. The fitting event to close out the evening, actually, given the quality of the field and the quality of the race. So, thanks everyone for being here. Appreciate you being here. Just to go back today and recap just a little bit before we close out the section. If we go to the men's javelin, you can see here, Trinidad won the gold. Peters from Grenada came second. So 2 Caribbean throwers. And then we have Curtis Thompson from the US is third. So we had a Grenadian win the silver, Trinidadian win the gold in the javelin. And can you imagine people in the historical days? We didn't have Caribbean persons throwing those apparatuses, I'm going to call them. And now they do. We have big in the shot put, big in the javelin. So I'm going to skip to the women's triple jump final. The gold went to Cuban, Hernandez, silver to Lafond, and then bronze to Rojas, to the Venezuelan. Jamaica, Shanika Ricketts came 5th, and Kelly Smith came 8th. In the men's 200, these are not the finalists. In the men's 200, I'm looking for the summary. It's not showing up. Here's the men's 200. These are the qualifiers. Lyles, Lavelle, Bednarek, Tebogo, Hughes, Dambili, Ogandu, Makarawu, and Charamba. Those are the finalists for the men's. For the men's 200. This thing is going all over the place. It's going haywire me. Just excuse me first. Let me go back to it. And then for the women's 200, again, we got to go to the results. And you can see for the women's 200, Jackson, Jefferson-Wooden, Hunt, Battle, Brown, Tolu, Asher-Smith, Straight and Long. Those are the finalists. Ashanti Moore just missed out, making the final. So that was the women's 200. And the 200 for men and 200 women are for tomorrow. In the men's 800, and we do have one Jamaican in the men's 800. Brilliant race. Mark Phillips, Atao, Virgin, Wanyomi, Anderson from Jamaica made the final. Masalela is there. And then down the bottom, you see Mark Arup and Sejati. Those are 8 men for the men's 200. Jamaica does have individuals in the women's 200, men's 200, men's 800 in the final, which is great. And then we have the men's 400, where we see Rashid McDonald missed out by 0.08. And I think he got, if you look here in the start, he was 0.021 reaction time. He and Nakajima had the worst reaction time. Look at the winner's reaction time, 0.134. You know how big difference this is? That's 0.6, whatever, 0.06. That's a big difference, and he lost by 0.08. So that's where he lost the race to me. But he came fourth by 0.08, just out the medal contention. And then the feature race of the day, the unicorn, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, won in 47.78. Paulino second. And that's a third. They're on the money. So determined say he has the money or not tomorrow. Well, that's not bad money yesterday. Now I look brilliant in the semis. But I'm not going to pick a pick until tomorrow for the men's 200. I hear it. Well, everyone, that's it for today. We're back tomorrow. Look out for me sending out the thumbnail notification tomorrow. I haven't decided what time I'm coming on yet. But thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't subscribed to Balanced View or Cranky Live, please do so. If you haven't linked up my website and you haven't signed up for the website, I have a lot of very good articles on the website. If you want something to read while you're traveling, it's a good thing, right? So I'm going to drop those links in the chat. Please sign up. Please subscribe. Please share. Please like. I appreciate you. I haven't decided what time tomorrow yet. You have to look out for the link, because I do it based on let me see what time I'll come tomorrow. Tomorrow, so we have I may only do, I'll be honest, I may only do 8 to 9:30 tomorrow. So this is scheduled for tomorrow, right? This is how I go. So I'll do the women's 800 meter semifinal. That's it, because we have the Jamaican Natala Gold is in that race. And I forgot to mention Gold is in the 800 meters final for the women, so I apologize, I missed that word. Or she's in semis, not final. So she's in 800 meter semis. I can click on that actually. It should be able to show up. So tomorrow, I'll probably be here at 7:30 tomorrow. That's the time I'm projecting. And doing like I came today and do another 2 hours. All right. Wow, man, come up with rhyme already. Lavelle will Brandavelle will level the field. It's a good thing. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. Please subscribe, hit the like button, share. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you're on your way to work, be safe. If you're at work, have a good day. If you're relaxing at home like me, I'm still working. Well, do your thing. All right. I'm not going to have any outro music. I'm just going to say peace out. Appreciate you. And bless up. Peace out. Have a good day. Bye.